The test of strength is not in your ability to fall, but rising up to the occasion and standing out. That is why it is often said that life is like a pendulum. Sometimes it swings you forward and sometimes backward. Whatever life offers you, it is about going down memory lane and making imprints. It is another beautiful episode of Memories on NTA Abuja, where together we shall be creating lasting impressions. I am Serafina Okon Omekwe. It is good to know you're right there on the show with me tonight, and it is another huge bumper episode, so don't go nowhere.
Relive your delightful moments via a telecast. Tell the world what gave you your happiness or pains, and for the how, where, and why. Share your joys of coronation, chieftaincy orders, engagement parties, traditional wedding ceremonies, weddings fatiha, nikah, naming ceremony church programs, housewarming, inaugurations, award nights, school and social events, or moments of grief like burial ceremonies with many others. Don't let your events pass and your story not be told on Memories every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. on this station. Memories, making your events memorable.
10th of May was indeed a remarkable day for the Garki Chiefdom as it rolled out its traditional royal sounds to honor His Royal Highness Haji Usman Ngakupi as he clocks 66. The 66th birthday of the Chief of Garki Kingdom doled on a low-key was a surprise party put together by his dear wife. Guests noted that it is of essence to celebrate the life of the icon who has been ruling the affairs of the chiefdom for almost 33 years without any form of oppression or injustice. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray.
Hip, hip, hip. Monumental growth, progress, and upliftment. Your cheer for the ordinary man on the street is unparalleled.
A day of merrymaking, no time for long speeches. The evening began with brief remarks by former First Lady of Bauchi State. In her remarks, she said attaining 66 years is a great milestone. Like King Solomon, she prayed for God to grant him more wisdom and sustained peace to rule in his community.
I wish him long life, in good health and wealth. Wish him a grace of longevity in his chiefdom. He's one of our graded chiefs in FCT, so we are praying for fruitful long life.
I wish him long life, prosperity, good health, Allah's rahmah, and all the best in life.
Ambassador Hannatu Ngakupi said her husband is loving and caring, hence deserves to be celebrated.
For his own life today, in fact, we give Almighty Allah the glory.
I'm alive to associate myself here and there. No. Maybe it could be as a result of my upbringing.
Though there were a series of spectacular renditions from the International Association of Ibira Women Worldwide. High point of the celebration was a cutting of the royal cake and a toast to life. The Nzembirom Festival, an annual cultural festival of the indigenous people of Plateau State, resident here in the FCT, is seeking God's blessings for a successful farming season. Cecilia Julius was there and brought back the spark of memories. But after these reports, I have something to discuss with you off the camera.
These sons and daughters of Birom community, cut across the FCT, Nasarawa and Niger states, gathered in Abuja to mark its annual Nzembirom festival in joy, glamour and style. The Gbongwam Jos, ably represented by the Dagwam Riwe, Riam Samuel Jos and other renowned personalities, speak on the significance of the day.
And the significance of Nzembirom is to usher in the cropping season. Now that the rains have come, people are prepared to go to their farms. After this Nzembirom, everybody is going to the farm their crops. And this is a prayer that God will give us bountiful harvest this season.
We, as the Birom nation, have come a long way to celebrate our cultures. Today is a festival where we pray to our God, who is our creator, to wet the ground.
Nzembirom is not just a festival of eating and drinking and dancing. It has become a philosophy and a way of life.
Not lacking were rich displays of traditional dance and music.
Thank you, Cecilia. That was a beautiful one. But like I said, I have something off the camera. Make una no go tell her it's that one talk. Because now see this Cecilia. She can eat for the whole of West Africa. She likes food. She's a foodie. Well, first break beckons. I'll be back after this time out. Don't move a muscle.
Relive your delightful moments via a telecast. Tell the world what gave you your happiness or pains, and for the how, where, and why. Share your joys of coronation, chieftaincy honors, engagement parties, traditional wedding ceremonies, weddings fatiha, nikah, naming ceremony church programs, housewarming, inaugurations, award nights, school and social events, or moments of grief like burial ceremonies with many others. Don't let your events pass and your story not be told. On Memories, every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. on this station. Memories, making your events memorable.
A 12-year-old writer and JSS2 student, Divine Ogun, has published his first novel titled Destined to be Great. Interesting. The teenage writer, who joined the prestigious League of Nigerian Authors, was inspired to write the book by his enthusiasm for positive, ethical behavior. Aisha Bashir was there and brought back packs of memories that would linger in the hearts of many.
Divine Ogu attends Nigerian Korean Model School, Abuja. His book tackles issues of ethical behavior. Divine says his work attempts to use plots to teach parents and children from his perspective about the negative effects of improper child upbringing.
I got the inspiration from God and also through the passion of reading books. That whatsoever God has ordained in a person's life must surely come that person's way.
I'm very happy and I give God the glory and thanks that it is during my time as the director principal of the school that such a feat has been achieved.
Music and dance was used to illustrate other themes to the excitement of guests. Mrs. Emefile Genevieve, the book reviewer, emphasized the need to encourage young creative minds to the art of writing.
Teaching us to be hardworking, to be resilient, don't give up.
generous, selflessness.
Participants acknowledged the happy ending, which according to them speaks volumes of the precision and thoroughness the young author employs in developing the plots. Comments from the guests extolled the sequence, which encourages easy reading and a better understanding of the book by readers.
King Charles III has been crowned in a ceremony full of symbolism inside Westminster Abbey, London. Charles, without being a king, Alpha reports that the set-piece coronation is the first in Britain in 70 years, and King Charles III is the 40th reigning monarch to be crowned at the Central London Church since King William in 1066.
Wearing his grandfather's crimson velvet robe, King Charles was anointed with holy oil before the St. Edward's crown was placed on his head.
Receive this ring, symbol of kingly dignity and a sign of the covenant sworn this day between God and King. God save the King! God save King Charles! Long live King Charles! May the King live forever!
Camilla, the Queen Consort, was thereafter crowned with Queen Mary's crown in a similar ceremony as Prince of Wales, William and the congregation pledged allegiance to the King.
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you, and give you his peace.
The Lord protect you in all your ways, and prosper all your work in his name.
The Lord give you hope and happiness, that you may inspire all your people in the imitation of his unchanging love.
About 2,200 people, including the royal family, celebrities, faith leaders and heads of state were inside the abbey to witness the event. The King and Queen Consort Camilla arrived for the service in the Diamond Jubilee State Coach. Thousands of people braved the rain to line the routes from Buckingham Palace through central London. After the coronation ceremony, there was a second large procession before the couple appeared on the palace balcony. King Charles is the 40th reigning monarch to be crowned at the Central London Church since King William I in 1066. Outside the UK, he is also king of 14 other Commonwealth countries, including Australia, Canada, and New Zealand.
Electrifying performances of Tiwa Savage at King Charles III coronation has not only put Nigeria on world stage, her performance earned her a standing ovation. She performed her hit song, Keys to the Kingdom, a perfect fit for the day's occasion with over 20,000 live audience. Music enthusiasts say it was a great representation of African and Western music. And of course, we're also giving you a compendium of Nigerians that made history in that remarkable coronation ceremony.
Next up tonight on the coronation concert stage, it's the Queen of Afro Beats. Windsor, make some noise for the amazing Tiwa Savage!
Nigerian music star Tiwa Savage, popularly known as Africa's Bad Girl, made history Sunday evening when she performed at the coronation concert of King Charles III and Queen Camilla at Windsor Castle in England. It was the first time a Nigerian artist would perform at the royal coronation and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, housing over 20,000 people in attendance. The event was organized by the BBC. High point of her performance was two Bata talking drummers playing alongside with Tiwa Savage. It is worthy of note that American top singer Beyonce featured Tiwa Savage and Mr. Easy on the Afroset song in the Lion King album in 2019. Pundits are optimistic that Nigerian artists have been put on world stage.
It was King Charles III coronation last week, and seeing our very own Tiwa on stage was so beautiful. Not because it's just Tiwa, every single thing she represented. For me, it was about representation. I felt seen, I felt represented, and I loved the performance, her voice, her outfit. It screamed Nigeria, and like I said, I felt seen. And that being said, the music industry in Nigeria has come a long way, and having to see our very own with the likes, all of the big names that came for the event, it was so beautiful.
Keys to the kingdom. Oh, I used to sing very well, trust me. You see, I've always been an advocate of excellent lyrical content, and that is what Tiwa stands for. And unlike, some people that would just go to the studio and sing all sorts that you don't understand, like somebody that sang Jabanana, you go, no, repeatedly for like 40 times. And that was an album or that was a track. I don't get it. Congratulations, Tiwa. Thanks for putting us on another spotlight this time around. And of course, it shows more endorsements coming up. And still talking memories, I'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us. Wow, welcome back from that break. It's now time for my favorite segment. FCT residents, are you sleeping with your two eyes closed? If yes, somebody or a group of persons are assiduously working around the clock to sanitize the system by getting rid of criminal elements, by so doing restore sanity in all spheres. Akai Taro, the Senior Special Assistant on Monitoring, Inspection and Enforcement to the FCT Minister, is my guest on the Personality Profile segment. Just hear him out.
I think that is a perceptual problem here. The Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the FCT Minister on Monitoring, Inspection and Enforcement. It's not just about demolition. That's the truth. It's a very nice, gentle, sweet and beautiful office. I'm serious. A nice office. We inspect, we monitor, we enforce. Enforcement is where people really get unhappy. Why are they unhappy? Because maybe we crush Okada that apply wrong area, we arrest people during COVID, we go out to clear Bacha Shanti, break illegal structures, clear them, remove them. But the office is wide. We inspect, we check project, check road, check gutter, check issues that are contravention, check what is not going out well, monitor what is ongoing, as well as do removal of illegal structure, do enforcement of hawkers, beggars, clear them from the street. So it's a very wide scope of work. It's not just demolition. The issue of fulfillment is one of a mixed feeling. You go and let's talk about the one you people want to hear, demolition. People cry. So sometimes you are doing it, you really want to cry. Sometimes you see, sometimes you just go to a place, you tell a man to leave 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. The moment the machine comes, it's possible the kids are in school. and daddy had not moved them from the illegal structures, and you have to bring it down. You get some persons running to get the kids from school, or you've removed the structure and the kids just come from school, the house is gone. It's painful, but illegality needs to go. Sometimes you beg the Okada riders, don't go to Area 1, don't go to Asukuru. When you seize the Okada and you're about to crush it, you see these guys crying because one Okada is about 500,000 naira or more. You feel pain. But generally, when it comes to doing the job, when you see the result of what you do, you get so happy. Take, for instance, Dutse Alhaji Road. It's one particular road where, after we've walked in Yanya, the minister moved us to Dutse Alhaji Road. And when we got there, we discovered that there are so much encumbrances. The market overflowed to the road. Some banks open access from the primary road, which contravenes planning rule. We have a church bringing its fence into the road. And when the road was to be constructed, some person said, we can't fence the market. We can't touch the road. Heaven will fall. Whatever. And at some point, we had to take Caterpillar there, demolish some structures. People cried and whatever. We felt pained. But when you take off from the Kubwa Road and face Dutse Alhaji and you see the wide road, that was what we want to get when people were crying. There are this one I found really touching. The one they developed, the removal at Ido, where people sold land until they got to the main road. We went there to remove thousands of houses. We don't remove at all about 2,000 or 3,000 structures, and it was very heavy. And when we touched those structures, heaven was falling. They went to the Public Complaint Commission. Some went here, went everywhere, did all the talk. At the end of the day, I went back, and the indigenes who were opposing me were not farming on the land. And I met somebody who was swearing for me, this one, and I met him when I was passing by, cultivating yam on the land. The land is not meant for illegal structures, and now it has been removed. They have gone back to cultivate the place for agriculture, pending when the redevelopment comes. So most times it's something that is mixed. By the end of the day, what do you do? The day you stop removing illegal structure, that day you have compromised the city. So for any government coming in, one thing is certain, Serafina. You must do what is needful for you to do. The removal of illegality will go on as long as this city exists. And as long as it does exist, any government that refused to remove illegality will find itself in crisis. Let me be very blunt here. Malam El-Rufai did his best. If we had maintained that tempo for the next 4 or 5 years, we would have been talking about the illegalities we have today. All the illegality and the contravention put together must never be allowed to stand. We must constantly, as long as we draw breath, continue to fight illegality, and we'll fight it on until such a time that we are no longer in the system. Those who are there will fight from that point. COVID-19.
How did you manage it?
Yeah, it was something, I had been task force chairman from September 19, 2019. COVID came 2020, and I felt when COVID was coming, I was so happy that I have been so stretched from that point can I tell you how I became task force chairman? A little. I became task force chairman like this interview. I met the FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello on the 18th of September 2019 at the State House after the Federal Executive Council meeting that day, and I told him about some issues I want to talk to him about. He said, okay, I should come the next day on the 19th to talk to him. So I came with a camera crew like you came to my office today, and the man just, when I got there, he said, okay, they want to do some problems. There are some problems they want to address. This journalist is your task force chairman. All of you work with the journalists.
Amazing.
That's how I became task force chairman. I told Mr. Minister, it doesn't work that way. You don't just carry me and make me task force chairman. I came to interview you, and the man said I should go and do it. And we went there and we started. So when COVID came, I thought I was going to rest. I was so certain, Serafina, I was already getting tired. I was getting stretched. I want to go and take a rest, a cool rest. And the next thing, I found myself deep in COVID-19. What we have not done before, shutting down the entire city. We had to go around, step on very terrible tools, particularly the monotheistic celestial tools. I miss everything. I miss waking up early. I'll miss my sleepless night. I'll sleep well now. I'll miss the power to correct what I can correct.
If you're given an opportunity, would you want to continue?
If I'm given it, I will always want to serve. I'll miss the power. If I'm driving now and I see illegality, I'll go there and stop it. But when I'm out of government, the power is gone. Well, I'm a nice guy. I'm a very soft person. I'm an easygoing person. I talk a lot. I'm a prolific talker. I know I talk a lot. I'm a gentle person. I play a lot. I crack jokes a lot. I rest. I try to get rest. I stroll. I'm a journalist, and I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a neighbor to some persons who live in my neighborhood. And above all, I think it's just a part of me. I love farming. I love farming, and I do everything. I'm a reggae fan. I love reggae music a lot. My best sets of music are reggae, hymns, and country music. That's the truth. I've always had my best music over time. Best artists I had loved and even played to date. To shock you, Raskimono.
Can you sing?
Raskimono.
Which of the songs?
What's Guan?
What's Guan? What about What's Guan?
What's Guan? That's what's going on in our country. What's Guan? That's What a Figuana. And that's What's Guan. That's the song What's Guan by Raskimono.
Can you just sing?
What a Guan in this country. That's true. What a guan in this nation. I wanna lay the leg. What a figuana. That's part of the clip. It's a nice one there. I love Raskimono.
Thank you. It's been a roller coaster ride on the show, and of course for all your social events, let's give it that special touch. And if we are not at your events, the truth is no lasting memories created and your story not retold. Of course, for sponsorship, do well to contact any of the numbers displayed on the screen, and do well to follow us on all our social media handles. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you. See you same time next week. I remain yours sincerely, Serafina Okon Omekwe. Bye-bye.